Hey guys, what's up? Good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Happy weekend to all of you. Even though we are going through weekends anyway, because we're going for the lockdown for last 10 days, we're all at home. So we are going for a break for quite some time. So I've been doing this series of videos to entertain you, to make your life a little bit better, I guess. I try from my side, cheer you up with few lists with fun lists for with fragrances, stuff like that. So today I thought of doing alternative videos, but I changed my mind to this one. I have two fragrances to review, couple more individual reviews, but I decided to do this. So one of my best friends asked me, like, how do you choose your video concept every day? Like, do you just do it randomly, or you copy ideas, or how do you do it? I usually do what I wake up and I feel like doing. So I feel like this is what I want to do. I do this. Okay, it could be a good idea, could be a bad idea. So let's hit the video. The video is gonna be about flankers. You guys do not know by now, flankers are something that is released after the original fragrance is released, and they actually have a lot of flankers in the market in current situation. Like every fragrance has, if it makes a little bit money, if it gets famous, they make another one. Especially the prominent brands, designer brands, they do that. Niche fragrance also do that. But today we're gonna be looking at mostly designer fragrances. And remember one thing: these are just like my suggestions, my humble opinion. It can differ from people to people because taste is subjective. Sometimes what happens is the original is way better than the rest of the flankers, they cannot touch it, or vice versa, like it gets better over time. So we're gonna see such 20 fragrances I think, in my humble opinion, are better than the original. Okay, so bear with me and I will show you my scent of the afternoon. It's about 12:30. I'm gonna go with Edition Blanche, okay, by Chanel. Another flanker, I really love this. Lemon cream pie in the fragrance community. It's a very high class, beautiful lemon, creamy lemon kind of a fragrance. Okay, so keeping that aside, one last thing before I start. I'm gonna show you 20, so it's gonna take some time. I think this one video won't cover all the fragrance I want to show. So what I will do is I'll do a part 2 in future sometimes. Okay, so let's go, let's see. And these are not in any particular order. Every single fragrance is really good, I love. So I'm gonna go with first one very briefly. Prada Luna Rossa Extreme. This is a flanker to Prada Luna Rossa line. They have a lot of flankers, and this fragrance, particular fragrance, discontinued at this point. Very hard to find, very difficult, and very expensive. What it does a little bit more peppery kick to the original soapy vibe, and it gets like dark, cold nights. This is really long-lasting beast mode. So this is perhaps Prada's one of the best fragrances ever. Okay, and even the bottle looks kick-ass, better than the other ones. So I really love this. If you can find it, someone give it a try. Even a 50 ml bottle, I think you should keep it just for collection's sake. Really good. I think this is one of the best flankers in their line. So first fragrance that outdid the original is Prada Luna Rossa Extreme. I'll write down the names. Second fragrance I'm going to show you is this one, Armani Stronger With You Intensely. This is a flanker to Armani Stronger With You. They have, I think, one more, the Freeze. Yes, I also have that. And most of these fragrances have the original one, but if I do not have, I would tell you which one it is. So this fragrance, this takes that original DNA and makes it more deep, a lot more sweeter, a lot more bolder and stronger, longer lasting. It's a cold weather scent, but they added that toffee note. Really, absolutely like delicious. If you like to wear something on the Christmas Eve, this is something I would wear. Very beautiful, sweet perfume. Everybody will love this scent on you. Stronger With You Intensely. Number 3, I'm going to show you some discontinued fragrances and how to find as well. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, better, I can breathe now. Number 3 I'm going to show you is Lige. This is one of my most prized bottle in the collection, because these are nearly impossible to find now. Even if you find, they're going to ask for a kidney price online, like $300-400 for this 75 ml. Yeah, you heard that right. So this is a flanker to L'Instant de Guerlain, which is EDT. I'm not gonna say that is a bad release. That is a very nice, more orangey, more easygoing, citrusy version of this. But I personally enjoy this one, Lige L'Instant de Guerlain Extreme. This one has the cacao, kind of like a bitter, like a patchouli, I think, whatever it's giving that cocoa feel. It's just more sophisticated version of Dior Intense, more grown up Dior Intense in my opinion. So Lige is one of the top, like 10 out of 10 in my book. So this is, I think, better than the original L'Instant de Guerlain Extreme or Lige. Number 4 I'm going to show you Spicebomb Extreme, one second. This fragrance is gonna pop up, gonna be like a little bit repetition, but I have to show you anyway. This is a flanker to original Spicebomb. Spicebomb has Spicebomb. This one, Extreme, they have a fresh, they have a night vision, and they have a few other versions. So far, the ones I tried almost all of them. This remains my top favorite. So this one I think outplayed the original, because now the original is reformulated. It was good, even if it was originally like formulated, I would still prefer the smell of this, because they add that layer of vanilla, a little bit more spices, but it's more sophisticated, soothing tobacco than compared to the original Spicebomb, which is a clubbing scent. This is more like a dating and office scenario. Spicebomb Extreme, number 4. Number 5 fragrance, I think this is obviously better than the original, is this fragrance, Givenchy Play Intense. It's a vintage version. I have also the non-vintage version. This is a very nice, very beautiful chocolatey coffee scent, okay? And the bottle comes as like an MP3 player, kind of childish, but the smell, if you really like sweet, gourmandy chocolate coffee smell, you have to try this. Very long lasting, very playful, kind of got this citrusy thing going on, but it's dark and fruity at the same time, something on the same line with Black Excess, but a lot better. Okay, so I think this is better than the original, which was Givenchy Play, which was nice, but this lasts longer. So I'm picking up Givenchy Play Intense, number 5. Number 6 is obvious champion of mine. You guys know I love this. This is Cool Water Intense. This is a modern version of Cool Water by Davidoff. The original is good. Okay, some of these fragrances may spark debate, I understand. But instead of hating me, hear me out. That is, these are just my strictly personal thoughts. Everybody feel different about different fragrances, because when I was growing up, Cool Water was not a fragrance that I used. I used other fragrances, so I do not have the attachment towards it, you know. So perhaps the lack of performance nowadays and the smell is bit dated, you know. It has beautiful smell still. I like it over like sometimes in the weekend, but this one is the versatile one. It's a lot more pungent, a lot more stronger, a lot more versatile, and it's just very playful, youthful. Everybody can use it still. A very nice mandarin orange note, and I really like this. I think this is a all-rounder better scent. Okay, Cool Water Intense, give it some more love. All right, so this one outplays the original Cool Water Intense, and that is EDP, so lasts longer obviously. So next one, I think we have gone through 6. Number 7 I'm gonna go with, give me a sec. Yeah, I'm extremely sorry about that. I take these breaks a lot nowadays. I wanted to drink some water, so it's gonna be a long video. So yeah, sorry about that. Next one, number 7, I'm gonna show you is this one, Sageman Prive. So now it's reformulated. If you can get the first 2 years batch since its release, I think you're gonna get the best batches. What this one does is I have the Sageman. It was really hyped, but for some reason Sageman was never my top favorite. I liked it a lot at first few months or 2 years, then I got bored of it. They have a lot of flankers, but Sageman Prive, that whiskey, you know, the sharp whiskey and some the fruity note, you know what it does up top, and the leather that pops up, there is just literally like, you know, one of the best compliment garners in the cold weathers. You know, it doesn't, Sageman doesn't even come close. It's not even fair. So if you can find an older batch, buy 150 ml of this gray juice. Very playful, nobody talks about it nowadays, but I think this is one of the best. So even though it's not a straight up flanker, but the names are there, so Sageman Prive I prefer over Sageman. That's number 7. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Bleu De Chanel EDP. If you guys do not see me putting this up in any list, because of a reason. Bleu De Chanel line, it's expensive. Chanel is expensive as it is, but Bleu De Chanel, especially in our weathers, only time Bleu De Chanel works, it's when it's less humid, less hot. And these fragrances are meant to be summer fragrances, but I think these are more of cold weather fragrances, if you know what I mean. So out of all the 3, I think they have a EDT, this one EDP, and Parfum, and they have, I don't know if they have any other version coming up, but the EDP I feel like the most practical choice out of the 3. Parfum is a bit too expensive. I like it, it's long lasting, but this one, it's really long lasting. 8-10 hours in cold weathers, you know, like nighttime, you can get excellent value for money. So I think this is the longest lasting, the best value, and smell wise I prefer this. It has a little bit more depth, less grapefruit, more darkness, more incense, and I think this one is the one to buy from Bleu De Chanel. So this one is better than the original, and it's reformulated the EDT. So this one, I think EDP it's still okay. So I think you should get EDP by Bleu De Chanel, Chanel line. Next one is one of the best in my humble opinion, this list, and you guys would say this is the worst entry because you guys feel otherwise. I think 90% people will say different. This is my reason. First of all, the fragrance is Aventus Cologne, and obviously you know Aventus as Aventus Cologne and Aventus For Her, and these two flankers. Why I prefer Aventus Cologne? First of all, Aventus is great, GOAT of all time, hands down. It's a great fragrance. I still have my 120ml bottle, so I actually experience Aventus and its glory in especially cold weathers. Lovely little fragrance. It leaves a huge scent trail. It comes back, but the 100 ml, it's severely watered down. I mean, I still love it, but I think the reformulation kind of killed it. And price is still more expensive than 120ml. And to buy 120ml, you really have to pay big buck. Compared to that, Aventus Cologne is just a brand new release. It's more summer appropriate. It has a lot more fruitiness, less darkness. So I love citrusy, fruity vibes from this. It's just cleaner. It's so much cleaner. It's long lasting. On clothes, it lasts about 8-10 hours. And I think just the reformulation issue, as far as that goes, this is a better pick because it's an original formulation. And when you live in a hot and humid country, you like less dark, more fruity. So Aventus Cologne, I think, is better than Aventus in its current form, 100ml versions. This is a better fragrance than Aventus. Just my opinion. Next one, I'm going to show you something close to Aventus, obviously. This is Club Nuit Intense Man EDP, the 150ml bottle, the new release. They have a 200ml of this. Why I picked this one is this fragrance, it's a flanker to original Club de Nuit Man. I did a little bit of cheating. You guys will be thinking like I'm comparing this with CDNIM, right? No. CDNIM, if you can find a silver sprayer, I have 4, 5, 6 bottles. I think 5 bottles. If you find a silver sprayer, that is as good as this one if you talk about performance. But what this one EDP did, the opening, the harsh lemon is gone. It's lot more fruity, lot more acceptable citrus, and it compared to the EDT that you find nowadays, it's not that strong. I'll tell you honestly. It does last 6-7 hours, but the EDP, it takes it to 14-hour mark on the shirt. So go heavy on your shirt, 2-3 sprays, it will cover your day's work. So I think this is, at this moment, I still have to try the special edition, or the limited edition rather, but the EDP of CDNIM outshines the original Club de Nuit Man, which is a clone of kind of like a 1 million, but this is way better fragrance and better value, and which is why it's more expensive than other Armafs. So 10s down, we're gonna go for next 10. So understand this, I'm not going by ranking, okay? Do not think like, oh, how come this next one came after Aventus? It's not possible. I know, it's because they are in no particular order. Next one I'm gonna show 11, Chrome Legend. Yeah, you can see the ugly bottle, and I picked this up for a reason. I still have a bottle of Chrome Legend and the older version, but this is the one that you can find now, okay? And this is a flanker to Chrome, even though they have some similarity, but in terms of real smell, this is way better than Chrome. Chrome has this metallic tone, which is really overbearing sometimes. For me, it's a soapy scent, but Chrome Legend takes that DNA and makes it like apple, tonka, and tea note, a lot more sophisticated, a lot more sweet. And after reformulation also, only thing I really do not like is that top, like Bvlgari in my community. It looks really fugly. I'll tell you straight up. And the cap is like office for men, so I do not like that cap. So what it still does is under 30-35 bucks, gives you 125ml juice, lasts a long time, better smell, and overall as a fragrance I like this. So thankfully it's not discontinued. Guys, do not overthink. Do not be a critic to a point that you hate every fragrance and you reject everything until there's nothing left to buy, okay? So that is my motto. So I think Chrome Legend is a better fragrance than original Chrome. Number 11. I don't know if I'm keeping the order right, but number 12, I'm gonna go with my bottle, which is almost finished. I don't think I have much juice left, about perhaps 5 ml in there, 7 ml. So this is Prada L'Homme Intense, okay? And this is the black bottle, as you can see, very beautiful bottle. I really love this, what they did with this bottle. Here's the thing, I think this is one of the fragrances, it was very difficult for me to say this is better than Prada L'Homme, because I love Prada L'Homme, I have it. It's such a beautiful, watery, iris, just elegant, super elegant. It's not as soapy as other ones, but Prada L'Homme, what it does, lasts long time. I give you compliments, make you smell great and relaxed. But this one, I did spray this just for like remembrance last night. And I just really felt the overall darkness this one they gave on the top of it. I think more patchouli, a little bit of leather, whatever they added. This one made it much more potent and really long lasting. Projects like nobody's business. So I think psychologically, I would prefer this. If you talk about like head-on collision, Prada L'Homme is 9. I would say this is like 9.5 to 10. That good. So, but the gap is very very close. So I think Prada L'Homme Intense. I think Prada L'Homme Intense. I think yeah, the Intense is a little bit better than Prada L'Homme. Just talking about the performance. Next one I'm gonna go with is another tough choice, but I think overall this is more modern, longer lasting than the OG, and this is Ultra Male. Ultra Male is a flanker to La Mole, like 1,000 other flankers. I think I will feature some other flankers in next video. But Ultra Male, if you can find the BPI version, you can see the older version, very long lasting, beautiful pear, and I would say pineapple combination with that fruity bubble gum, very sweet vanilla, and it's just a compliment magnet, you know. I always reach for this. I love La Mole nowadays. I bought a Christmas edition, but I think Ultra Male nighttime, it's very hard to beat this perfume. So maybe get a 75 ml or 200 ml, whatever is your choice, but get older formulation. Very nice fragrance. Okay, so I think this one has like edge over the original in its current formulation because La Mole is severely reformulated. So is this, but if you can find a BPI, you'll be good. Ultra Male. Next one. Again, performance is like a main factor here. Aqua Marine by Bvlgari. So this is a flanker to original Aqua. Aqua has been reformulated, but Aqua was never beast mode. This is a beast mode. If you live in a hot country like ours, you need fragrance that will last. If you put Aqua, it will literally be gone in 1.5 hours. So I think the solution to that, you can choose Amara or you can choose this, but the high heat, I prefer this a lot. That's why I got a 150 ml bottle. This features neroli, this features a lot of this fresh marine notes. It remains as one of my most favorite. It has that aromatic feel, sea breeze, a little bit lighter, a little bit salty. This is perhaps my most favorite in the line. So this one, flanker, beats the original Aqua. If you just talk about the performance, smell wise, I like all of them. They're really great. Next is one of the biggest shocks. Okay, I will just make this statement as a bold statement because I feel this way. Okay, I think this fragrance, they took it to the next level from the original. I love the original, which is Dolce & Gabbana, The One. And which flanker did I pick? I picked the latest one. Yes, it's a bold statement. I know it hasn't been in market for a long time. I tested it for about 2 months or 1 month only, but the smell, it just gave me the vibes of Tom Ford, which is highly regarded in community. I love Tom Ford. I think it's a beautiful house. Even if then designer fragrance, they are very niche like. Okay, so the quality, if you can bring the Tom Ford quality in a fragrance house and a fragrance flanker, that is pure respect. It has a floral fragrance, but it has a little bit darkness. It has a little bit it offers something that you do not smell in other fragrance in the market. That's the only reason I think this at this moment is my most favorite. Performance is good, nighttime, great dating fragrance. This is Dolce & Gabbana The One EDP Intense. This one outshines the original for me. You can hate me for all you want, but original one's still great. But this next level stuff. Okay, check it out. Dolce & Gabbana The One Intense EDP. So you have 5 left. Let's go quickly. Narciso Rodriguez For Him EDP. This is a flanker to original Narciso Rodriguez For Him EDT that comes in a little bit of a blue kind of a bottle. I had that, I sold it off because I was never a big fan of that. Honestly speaking, I did not see how it's wearable. It's very gothic, it's very unique, niche like, very creative fragrance, you know, but not wearable for me. I mean, people love it, but I could never wear it, perhaps in future. But this one, the day I bought it, it's that musk. It takes it to the next level. It has the iris and musk sort of combo. The performance from this is just crazy. It's a perfection 10 in a bottle, and it's just much better fragrance. If you talk about musk, on the best musk based fragrances, just buy it if you love musk fragrances. This is the quality of a niche house. Okay, so this one beats original for me. Narciso Rodriguez For Him EDP. Next one, Dior Homme Intense, way better than Dior Homme any day because I can find a vintage Dior Homme Intense still available, 100 ml under $100. This is the best in line if you talk about practicality. Just so versatile, lovely little gem. No need to discuss this because you guys know this. Next one also no need to discuss. La Nuit de L'Homme, flanker to L'Homme. I love L'Homme a lot, massive respect, but L'Homme doesn't do quite the magic this one does. It brings you attention, even if it's for 2-3 hours. It's so worth it. Okay, so La Nuit de l'Homme EDT, and there's no such replacement for this fragrance till today, which is as good as that cardamom and bergamot. Okay, so La Nuit de l'Homme, definitely it's an easy pick. Next two, I think discontinued, hard to find, but get them if you can. Acqua Di Gio Essenza. Yes, Acqua Di Gio, the original. I'm gonna make a separate like homage, or kind of like a special video, like a mention video of Acqua Di Gio as a, what's that word I'm looking for? Like a special episode, but what it did over the years and what it achieved. Original one is so great, but nowadays you need literally like a bucket of that, because that one doesn't last. Very beautiful smell, doesn't last. So if you talk about the DNA, whatever is available, they have like 5, 6, 7 flankers now. This is my most favorite, hands down. This is just my choice. This Essenza. Profumo is great, Profondo is great, all of them are good. Okay, my only reason about Essenza is that just that blend is just perfect. It has enough spices, enough florals, and that aquatic vibe. So masculine, guys, so good. If you smell it, you know right away it's like a strong, like a wall, like a concrete wall. Okay, Essenza, number second last. And the very last one I'm gonna say, it's not really a flanker because it has no connection with the original, but the name. This is from House of Issey Miyake, and from their Bleu De Chanel line. I have Bleu De Chanel, I do not like it that much, but in the Bleu De Chanel line, this is the best. Okay, Issey Miyake Noir Ambre Purom. Okay, this is just different level. If you want to get a niche fragrance, like in designer bottle or designer price range, get this Issey Miyake Noir Ambre. So good. Check out my review. It's just so stunning. Really, really lovely. It's so good. It's just masterpiece. I think this fragrance is 100 ml instead of 125 ml, but you do not need so much sprays, with very long lasting too. So that's my first episode of 20 flankers that is better than the original. What are some of your favorite flankers? Sorry about the long video, but I wanted to put some insight here, because if you're watching for the first time, maybe you haven't watched my other reviews, so hopefully it helped. Check out these fragrances and have a very nice day. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.